It is time for me to finally fulfill the promise that I made to you guys on doing my book review for this wonderful yet heartbreaking book. This Is Where It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp. Nijkamp. I, once again, still do not know how to pronounce this name, but props to her for writing this. So, let's get started with my review. Basically, for those of you who do not know, This Is Where It Ends is about a school shooting that takes place between the time span of only 54 minutes, and it is told between 4 different perspectives. Thank you. Thank you, Marieke Nijkamp, possibly, for writing this book, because this is a serious topic that happens nowadays in society. It's really sad that it happens nowadays in society, but it is the truth. There are multiple school shootings that go on in schools throughout the country, and this storyline, it immediately just because I just love reading about this kind of stuff, and it kind of goes into the psychology between why the guy started shooting in the first place, which is a student. It is a student for a school shooting. And not only that, but it also goes into the relationship between him and each character that is telling from a point of view. There is not just one, but a few things that I would like to address about this book that don't really, I don't know if they don't sit well with me. They just can't get out of my mind, and so I'm just going to address them now. And the first one is the reviews that this book gets on Goodreads. I don't know if many people seem to like this book. I think I'm like the only one who actually did a 5 out of 5 stars for this. Most of them I've seen them do 2, 1, maybe 3. Like, from the last time I actually wrote a review on this, I haven't really been on there to see what's been happening with this book. But I will say that a lot of people are saying that it's not realistic. The characters don't, go well together. You get confused on who's speaking. They're very boring. They don't really have, relatableness to a reader or something. But I completely disagree. Anyway, guys, there's really not much to say about this book except that it just had me on the edge of my seat. Yeah. It had me on the edge of my seat almost this entire time. I read this book in less than 24 hours, which is really saying something because I don't read books that quickly. I am still on Air of Fire, and I am finally over halfway through it. Not that close to over half. What? Not that far from halfway. Just a little bit over halfway. And I've been reading that book since the first week of January. When I read this book, I felt like I didn't even need to have the name of the person who was speaking, even if it was in first-person point of view for all 4 characters, which I find amazing, because the only other first-person point of view that has, multiple personalities, multiple points of view that's in first person was Allegiant and Veronica Roth. I loved the Divergent series, don't get me wrong, but Allegiant had 2 points of view, and it only seemed like one, because they never really sounded different from each other. This, on the other hand, they sound so different. It's amazing to find out the relationship between all of them, their relationship to the shooter, why he's ended up shooting. It's just so gripping, and it's so realistic. I don't care what some of these people say. This book was very realistic. It had me very emotional. I probably cried multiple times while reading this, or at least teared up. I was screaming no at some point throughout this book, because so many things happen, and the characters themselves are kind of relatable. One of them runs track. I'm a cross-country person. It's basically the same thing, because she runs long distance, which is what I've done for the past 5 years of my life. Another one, and she also deals with ex-boyfriend problems. I will be honest, there were some stupid character moments where I was just like, what the heck are you doing? But isn't that what you want in a book? I mean, you want that kind of stuff because you want to be able to speak with the character, and I don't know why I'm talking like this, but you want to be able to speak with the character and like try to maybe be friends, or like you want to be that kind of person that like is, okay, I know this is really bad, but you know those people who watch the horror movies and they're like, don't go in the closet. Don't go in the closet. It's the stupidest thing you could ever do. And then they go in the closet and they're like, boom! What did I tell you? You went in the closet. How dare you? Like, this was your fault. It's all your fault. You can't blame anyone else. You're to blame. I like doing that with my characters. This book actually has influenced me as a person myself about the dangers of what can happen with bullying or rumors or just anything like that, like a bad childhood, a bad home life, just anything can happen to make someone want to just go to the school and get a gun and just shoot up the place. And it's just opened my eyes to the fact that this could happen at my school. And it's kind of made me want to get more involved with bullying and everything. I'm already basically involved with that kind of stuff because I just, myself, I have my own bullying stories. I'm sure you do too. But honestly, this book has really opened my eyes and helped me just see that, you know, you don't think it's gonna happen at your own school or where you are until it actually does, and by then it's too late. And this was the complete message that was said throughout this book, was that. That was the overall theme that I found, and I'm just so emotional about it right now. I'm speechless about everything that happened in this book. It was just amazing. The way it ended was heartbreaking and was just like, why did that have to happen? Can that not happen? But at the same time, it had to happen because that's what made it more realistic. And it showed that, you know, not everyone is gonna live. Not every character you love is gonna live. And that happens a lot in books nowadays where authors love to just kill off our favorite characters. And this was no exception. But pick it up anyway because it is a wonderful book. And Tori, you listen here, if you haven't read this yet, go get it and read it, because I think I've told you about it. But you viewers as well, pick it up, read it, love it, like I have. Please, we need more fandoms for this. Like, not fandoms, but we need more fangirling over this book, because this book was utter perfection with realism and emotionalism. I don't even know if that's a word, but thank you, Marieke Nijkamp, or whatever your name really is, because I can't seem to pronounce it right. But thank you for tearing and ripping my heart apart into a million pieces and making me never want to forget this story ever. I feel like this is a book that we all need to read in high school to just see, you know, like, it's the perfect anti-bullying book to read for high school. It would probably be too much for an elementary or junior high, but high school, definitely. Just definitely. Maybe even junior high, though, because junior high has some really, really struggling moments in that age group. And they're kind of old enough for this. Like, it's not like explicit, but it is very gruesome. It's very, oh, it's just very mature and oh. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I finally did the review and I am very happy because now I can check it off my bucket list and now I can just keep talking about this book over and over and over again, which I probably will do because this now sits on my upper, like, the top of the shelf, like not even in the shelf, the top of the shelf as like a decoration, but also as a reminder. Like, I can't explain it, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.